Hi, I'm Natasha Sinha, Associate Artistic Director here at Playwrights Horizons, and I just sat down with Jordan Harrison of the Antiquities for In Process. And what about creating it in physical space now, which is a thing that's like the newest to your process, right? In terms of writing the play over years and then getting to the point where David and Caitlin are both on board. We've got like dates for production. There are people who are coming on as designers, this incredible team that we've got. What's really been on your mind in terms of how to now put it onto the stage and create an experience that people step into physically rather than people, meaning the audience members, come into physically versus reading on the page?
Yeah, no, I would like to do a good job of explaining what it's like because it's a strange thing to get used to. It's like for someone who doesn't write plays, it's a little like you had a dream one night and then you wander in to see a bunch of real live humans acting it out. Like it's both. Like you feel enormously lucky and indulged, and also it's a little bit too close or something. Sure. Like you can tell when a syllable is missing of what someone's saying, and one tries to hold back as the playwright and let everyone have their 4 to 5 weeks to discover what you've right. Been living in for a long time. But it's I think part of the process so far has been. It's just incredible sometimes how much more something weighs in 3 dimensions than it doesn't always cost me a lot to go typa, and then I'm sitting in rehearsal and seeing, there's a 12-year-old boy standing by the coffin of his uncle, his beloved uncle. Like, there's things that I'm seeing for the first time for their full value, and that's exciting to be shown that it burns brighter or hurts more than maybe I even knew, you know. And it's also just a pleasure to, I think a thing that people don't always realize is like half of an actor's job and half of a director's job is like just making these friendships and making community enormously quickly. Like by day 4 of rehearsal, it was like, together forever, Antiquities cat. Like there's just a kind of spell of trust and safety that working actors are really good at conjuring. Yeah.
I love thinking of it as a spell. And the actors, I mean, it's like a cast of like theater faves all around. Yeah. I mean, this cast is incredible. What was really on your mind in terms of finding the right people to inhabit these folks? And I know you've worked with some of them over the years on this play, but like what was really, what did you need from your actors that maybe you thought about during casting and you're experiencing now in the room?
It's, I mean, it's an amazing ensemble, and it's truly an ensemble play. I think what we were looking for is everyone plays a lot of roles, but it not in like a, look at this new hat I have on, and now I'm using a French accent. You know, it's like they're all still sort of themselves, so it feels like these 9 actors are kind of notes on a keyboard or instruments in an orchestra. Like it's always Cindy Cheung, but with like a little bit of a different soul depending on the scene. So they're very particular but pliable at the same time. That makes sense. Yeah. And also, you know, 2 actors, I won't say who, have to be, you know, deathless future beings as well as being like warts and all real, you know, single moms. Like that's a what a stretch that is.
Big ask, Right? But they nail it. And what's your favorite part of rehearsals? And maybe what are you exploring right now in rehearsals? We're in our smaller rehearsal room right now, and you'll head over there after we chat.
It's my favorite part. I mean, table work is lovely because I get to just sort of be an expert on like, what were you thinking? What were you eating for breakfast when you wrote that line? You know, and it makes you answers. Yeah, right. It's like a test that you always know the answer to. So, but that's I don't know. It's
Do you always know the answer during table work?
No, it's true. I don't always know the answer, and I mean, particularly the Will Smith summer blockbuster scene. Like, there's a lot of talk about, okay, we're in a safe house. Like, are we always underground renegades, or do we sometimes have normal above board lives as, you know, postal workers? And like setting, one of the tricks of rehearsing this play is sometimes you only meet these people for 3 minutes, but we have to rehearse that little 3 minutes as though it's a full-length play. We have to, like, the actors have to know as much about that little sliver of time as they would about a whole evening, you know?
Yeah, and that way, yeah, there's just multiple plays in this one play.
Yeah.
But again, like in, 100 minutes or 90 or whatever it's going to be.
I mean, I would like to say everyone will be equally invested in each scene, but another way of looking at it is if you didn't like that last scene, like,
another one's coming up.
Right, it's coming right up.
That's amazing. Are there particular scenes or moments or layers that you're like extra excited to see on stage? Whether it's like excited in a way of, I have no idea what this is going to actually, like how it's going to behave, or, oh, this is just going to be like a favorite part that you watch every night once it's up? I
mean, I'm pretty excited to see this weirdly enormous, full-fledged robot that like an actual technician, actual engineer has constructed. And without spoiling it, the robot runs up against a very, very human encounter, maybe even a sexy one. And that juxtaposition is a fun one that I'm excited to see.
That's a good one, yeah.